I was scrolling on Instagram a couple days ago, and I came across this video that really stood out to me that I wanted to get on here and speak to y'all about. And for y'all who don't know, social media is one of the tools that you can go to get inspired. It ain't even just about, the gossip that we may see on a daily basis. I'm somebody that uses social media as a tool to learn and to really grow. So there's positives and everything. Let me just put that out there right now. But I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across this video, and this dude was just speaking on how you don't chase your dreams, you attract them. And at first, this was something that I was thinking like, nah, you gotta go chase it. Anything that you want in life, I've always been the type that you have to go out and get it. You have to go conquer the things that you want, just naturally understanding the fact that, you gotta work for the things that you may desire and you want in your life. But the things that he said in his video really sparked my interest, and that's why I wanted to get on here and speak to y'all about it. But he pretty much was just, he gave a few analogies, but the ones that really stuck with me was when he said, just think about a fish. You don't go out and chase the fish, you attract the fish. And this simple example really just made me realize how important it is for us to not waste our time chasing really anything in life. It's okay to feel passionate and to have a deep desire to want to go out and do something, but the concept of chasing is a constant pursuit. It's when something is kind of going against you or running away from you. That's what my version of chasing something is. It's a pursuit. And therefore, when you're constantly in a position where you're chasing after something, odds of you actually achieving it or conquering that thing may not happen. The key isn't necessarily in chasing anything, it's in attracting it, and you attract the things that you want in your life simply by preparation. This works in all aspects of life. This works in love. You don't go out here and find love. You become the person that you know is a good representation or a good fit for the type of love that you want. You don't even necessarily go out here and chase this form of success that you want. You look at people that's been in similar positions, people that have done the same things that you may want to do, and then you mimic the prerequisites that are necessary in order to establish or acquire that type of lifestyle. And this is something that you really have to take into account, because I've spent so much of my life so fixated on the fact that you should just be chasing something. You should be chasing this form of success. You should be chasing this wealth. You should be chasing this financial freedom. And the more that you put yourself in a position to constantly pursue or chase after these things, I feel like the longer it'll be until they actually come into your life. This whole version of manifestation, this whole version of allowing yourself to become what attracts the type of lifestyle that you want to live is the actual key. Nobody is ever going to be perfect, but just this concept of not necessarily chasing the things that you want, but becoming the type of person that attracts this lifestyle is going to be the huge difference maker in your life. Somebody is in a hospital bed right now wishing that they had the opportunity that you have. Somebody is going through it wishing that they just had the chance or the opportunity to really just do the things that you have the full capability of doing. Just really take that into account. Each day that you take for granted, each day that you don't utilize to actually become the best version of yourself, just really think about that. And this really goes for everything that you could possibly want in life. And like I said before, my mind's always been kind of fixated on the concept of actually going out and chasing these things, chasing this form of success, and doing A, B, and C and actually trying to acquire it. But, you got to turn yourself into that person. What does a person who lives this type of lifestyle look like? If I'm somebody that wants to do really good at real estate, what traits or characteristics does a person who makes over, 6 figures doing real estate look like? Usually they're up early. They're up on business calls. They're usually proactive and working towards something at all forms or at all times during the day. So these are things that I need to implement into my life so that it is more necessary or it's more likely for those things to come into my life. We got to really start taking advantage of the time that we have. We got to start taking advantage of the opportunities and everything that presents itself to us, because I understand how easy it is to get complacent from time to time. I understand that feeling that you get when everything may be going your way, or you may be comfortable, you may be in a relationship, You may have a little money and you're able to go out from time to time and do what you want to do, but are you actually growing? Really sit and ask yourself that. Are you content, or are you actually growing and making progress? And this is so many people's problem, I feel like, because they get confused with this version of being content and actually growing, where they allow themselves to stay in this current position for so long, where they don't even put themselves in a position to attract their dreams anymore. Do what you need to do to become the person so that you can live the lifestyle that you want to live. This is exactly why I feel like it's very important for us to constantly be feeding our brain or our mind the things that are going to keep us in the headspace of growth. If you're bored, or if you're somebody that may have a little extra time on your hands, you need to use that time to get inspired. The 250 videos I done posted on this channel came from ups and downs. They came from times where I may have been inspired by other people, things I may have seen and related to my life, and just me putting myself in a position to always be a student. But it's all in the preparation. Anything that you do in life, any job that you may take, any career choice that you may have, any field that you may go in, whether or not you succeed is all in the preparation. Whether or not you acquire the lifestyle that you want to live is all in the preparation. Whether or not you have a blessed day today and you do what you need to do is all in your preparation. What things have you done the previous day or the leading up days to get the result that you want today? You cannot be somebody who doesn't do anything all week long, and then when the tests come, or when the big thing finally comes into your life, you think that you're just going to succeed. This is not how that works. You're probably not going to get what you want out of life if you wait till the last minute to try to make something happen. But there's so many different things that you can do to turn yourself into the person that attracts that type of lifestyle that you want to live. And this really just reminds me, I remember in roughly, I think it was 2019, 2020-ish, before I had my big like lesson learned as far as relationships and dating. I was roughly getting out the military and I was transitioning from the old me to the new me. But at this stage of my life was where I really learned how to put myself in a position to become what it is that I wanted. As human beings, we have all these standards and expectations for other people, when in reality, a lot of us just aren't there. A lot of us aren't even half of the person that we will want to come into our lives. And what sense does that make for you to attract a more valuable person than anything that you've ever been? It may work for some people, but to me, that just does not make no sense. So with that being said, I had to point the finger at me and become the person that I wanted to attract. If I wanted somebody that was big on respect, somebody that was big on loyalty, somebody that was big on, discipline, these are all things that I had to demonstrate, and then put myself in those environments where I was surrounded by like-minded individuals. But you can't be somebody out here that's living a completely different life, expecting the opposite of where you're at or the environment that you're constantly trying to flourish in. You gotta wake up. At some point, you gotta start being realistic with yourself and ask yourself, am I a representation of the lifestyle that I wanna live? Is what I'm doing right now on the daily basis going to get me to where I wanna be? Or am I gonna put myself in a position to attract the lifestyle that I wanna live, or to attract the wealth, or whatever it may be? And if not, you have to change the preparation and the patterns that you have up until this point. I'm not better than nobody. I'm just somebody who understands that certain sacrifices need to be made in order to get the lifestyle that you want. I don't believe in getting anything for nothing. I believe that you have to work, you have to do things, you have to make sacrifices for anything that you want in life. There's not a single person to this day where I call and ask for a favor without necessarily doing anything back, because I do not believe in handouts. I don't believe in taking from people. I don't believe in just using anybody of any sort. Now, I'm not saying if you're somebody that's in a position where you may have, a family that's well off and they want to do for you to help you get to that next level, that you shouldn't. No, by all means necessary, use all the resources that you can. But at some point, you're going to realize, and they're going to realize, that it's either doing more harm than good, or it's not. And hopefully in this case, you're not somebody that's just taking advantage of people, and you're actually growing and benefiting from it. So the lifestyle that you want to live, the dreams that you want to acquire in your life, turn your attention away from the constant pursuit of these things and put it on you becoming the person that acquires these type of dreams. But if you made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you so much. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.